Welcome, this is the Black Jedi, and even in the dark, there's light. I am your host KJ, and without further ado, let's get into the video about the Whills. So, the Whills are the Force Priestesses. We first see them in episode 12, Destiny of season 6, The Clone Wars Star Wars. The Force Priestesses dwell on an unknown planet in the heart of the galaxy. These five mysterious beings embodied the connection between the living force present in life forms big and small. The priestesses manifested as serenity, joy, anger, confusion, and sadness. During season 6 of the Clone Wars, they tested Grandmaster Yoda on their homeworld to get him help attain a larger understanding of the Force, and also learn to preserve his identity after death or transition into the Force. The planet was always a thing, but we as the audience discover this during Yoda's self-discovery and training through Qui-Gon Jinn. This planet is not marked on any star map or recognized by a name. The planet itself is life and is the birthplace of midichlorians. The planet is a barren place and features luminescent geysers that shoot energy from deep within the world. The intro of the episode, the Force is so strong that it guides Yoda's ship to one of the energy geysers, which thus we meet Yoda and have confrontation with one of the Whills, or one of the Force Priestesses. In this dialogue, Yoda quotes, "Looking for those who will teach me," and one of the Force Priestesses says, "The question is, are you ready? We watch and study in all that are strong in the Force." So this is just evident that the Whills, or the five priestesses, are just literally the Force in theory. If not the Force in theory, it just shows how strong in nature they are in the Force by noticing how strong Yoda is in the Force and others around them. As we dig into the other parts of the dialogue, they ask why he's there, and then Yoda is looking to manifest after death, so they proceed to train him. They then transition and explain the planet is the living force composed of midichlorians, and we see this when one of the Whills actually touch on one of the planets, and we can see midichlorians disperse from the planet. As the episode continues forward, we see Yoda and one of the Whills talk about transcending into the Force. First, you must know yourself, and then let go. This was repeated various times from the Whill itself. Then next is to face yourself, and we see this with Yoda fighting his inner demons, or his dark side self, and last, conquer his demons. So the priestesses are just giving guidelines, and not only guidelines, but trials and different steps in order to transcend into the Force. Later, this is more evident even when Dave Filoni had talked about the five Force Priestesses on a Star Wars Q&A panel. Jamie King, the voice actor of all five of the five Force Priestesses, and the priestesses were actually one being that got separated over time, but just dispensed into five different beings. Of course, these five were all a she and died a long time ago, but she still remains conscious in the five priestesses. It is very interesting to note that, this being transcended into the Force, or as a Force ghost, and we see that the being was split up into five different beings. What was the reasoning for that? They didn't go into detail or explain why that was the case, of why they got split into five beings, but it would be very interesting for an explanation by Dave or by, George Lucas, to kind of get an idea of that. Yes, maybe they weren't able to handle the Force itself. I don't know. What are you guys' thoughts? Also, would you like to see these Force Priestesses pop up and appear in different series? We did see them in Star Wars Rebels, so would that be something that you would like to see in the future? But then again, just like the video, subscribe, let me know your thoughts. This is the Black Jedi, and even in the dark, there's lightness. May the Force be with you. Peace.